For me, it was almost like winter didn't count. Summer was what mattered. My whole life was measured in summers. Like, I don't really begin living until June, until I'm at that beach in that house.
Good morning, everybody. It's 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning, which means one thing. We're going on a weekend road trip. We're gonna go and visit my grandpa, which I'm very excited for. We are going with my uncles, and because all of us do not fit in the car anymore because all of my cousins are back in Baku, my sister's back in Baku, we're gonna go 2 cars separately, which is really funny, but I'm very excited. All like 4 of us, like the cousins, have not been together to Jalalabad since, honestly, I don't even remember when. So let's make this trip a rememberable one. Let's get ready. We're almost ready. I do want to do some skincare before we leave. I do not want my face to be feeling very dry once like we're on the road and then, you know, we have a long day. So I'm just gonna put a moisturizer and call it a day. It is so hot standing here because that's literally where the sun rises from. We are very much going to be visiting some of our relatives, and then we're gonna go for dinner either to a different city or to, I don't know, I'm not sure yet. Probably to a different city. So I'm very excited for that. We love having our road trips, and yet again also, it's really funny, but I noticed that actually I think like in 2018 also today we were actually on a road trip to visit our grandparents. So clearly the tradition is very much still going. But let me put some of my jewelry and we're done. First, we're obviously gonna get some water.
Otros once bonitas que veo en San Juan, disfrutando de todas esas cosas que extrañan los que se van, disfrutando de noches de esas que ya no se dan, pero queriendo volver a la última vez. Ya los ojos te miré y contarte las cosas que no te conté. ¿Te parece a mi crush? Y tirarte las fotos que no te tiré. Pecho brote, bien linda, déjame traerte una foto. Ey, tengo el pecho pelado, me dio una mata, el corazón dándome patas. Dime, baby, ¿dónde tú estás?
Alright world, so we're currently on our way and we are in a regular car, so we're not gonna have to stop for like a quick recharge, while my uncle will very much have to. It's me, my sister, and my brother over like at the passenger seat. And yeah, we're like, I mean, we're maybe like halfway, not halfway, like half an hour on the road now. Might be, I don't know, but we're very much listening to Saeed's music, and it's very funny, although I was like very much wearing like my Beats headphones because I was like, I curated this playlist yesterday. Okay, it's basically, I called it Summer Garden because I don't know how to title it, but it's that atmosphere that you have in your Middle Eastern home when you're sitting in your backyard and drinking freshly brewed tea with your family, and you hear like the sound of dice rolling over in the game of Gamuk. Is that how it's called? I don't remember how it's called, but that's like the vibe that I was going for. So that's the playlist that I was listening to. But we're back to Saeed's music, and we're currently listening to Makan. So
yo estoy en PR tranquilo, pero debí tirar más fotos de cuando.
we currently made a stop to drink some tea, obviously, because how can you like have a road trip without a cup of fresh tea? But I will say, it like there's so many people for, you know, I mean it's 9:41, so it makes sense.
Çıkınca arayı benden taşıyormuş. Hoş oldu.
Oldu ondan.
Okay, we made it here. I have to say this house literally lights up during summer because obviously there's a beautiful garden that is just like full of greenery, and obviously there's so many beautiful butterflies. Oh my god, is that even a butterfly? Anyways, I could not film that clearly. But there's also like a vineyard, which honestly just makes the entire place so beautiful. It feels like the best decoration there is.
Debí tirar más fotos de cuando te tuve. Debí darte más besos y abrazos las veces que pude. Ey, ojalá que los míos nunca se muden. Y si hoy me emborracho, pues que me ayuden.
I have a story to tell, which, I mean, let's be honest, I always have a story to tell. But once, when I was a kid, I was washing my hands right here at the sink, and obviously right next to the sink is like the garden. And I mean, as you can clearly hear the dogs, the neighbor's dogs. But I was washing my hands, and suddenly I see a snake coming out of the garden. And mind you, I mean, I'm little, so I don't necessarily understand, you know, the types of snakes and which ones have poison and not, so I was petrified. It was a lake snake, so it wasn't gonna do anything. However, that's a snake nonetheless. That was my first ever encounter with a snake in real life, and I was petrified. Okay, I literally ran inside, like I was mortified. And honestly, the snake also looked scared, like it also went back to the garden as soon as it saw me. Like, there was a moment in which like I stood still and I looked at it, and it stood still and it looked at me, and then the snake ran back, not ran, but went back to the garden. But I sprinted inside. So anyways, I'm gonna go upstairs now. We had our lunch, which was honestly delicious. Now we did make some tea, which I'm very excited about. Literally the color of it looks perfect. It's just black tea with some mint in it, so it's, you know, it's gonna hit very well. And then I think soon enough we'll go to visit our relatives, and then we'll have a road trip to the nearby city. Oh my god, it smells so beautiful. It's literally 10 out of 10. Trying to figure out where to go. We're gonna go to Lenkeran, but we don't know like what restaurant or cafe. We did like have a spot in mind, but then Tawad called, and turns out they don't work in summertime, so eating figs.
Gracias por estar aquí, de verdad. Para mí es bien importante que estén aquí. Cada uno de ustedes significa mucho para mí. Así que vamos para la foto, vengan para acá, métase todo el mundo.
I have to say the swing set is definitely the best seat in the house, because I literally don't know what to do with myself when the swing set doesn't have this like carpet thingy on. But this literally makes life 10,000 times better, just a swing set. Another road trip, here we come. Okay, we have decided we are going to Lenkeran, and we're gonna go to a spot that we've actually been to quite a few times. I think I've been there only like once. I believe I've been there once, but my family has been there quite a few times. Like obviously not all of us have been there, because you know, in recent years with everybody moving away, it's been very difficult to like get together. And I'm telling you, I cannot remember the last time all four of us have actually been here together, like me, Ayla, Saeed, Mehri. So it's such a rare opportunity, which is why I'm loving today. It's going so well so far, alhamdulillah for that, and I'm excited. We're gonna be like taking photos. Mehri did take her Polaroid camera, which I'm very happy about, so we're gonna take some Polaroids. Obviously we're gonna be like I also grabbed my G7X, so we're gonna be taking a bunch of like digital analog, although is Polaroid considered analog? I'm not sure. But actually my mom was at a flea market today, and there were a bunch of like different analog cameras that she sent me photos of, and their prices were very nice. However, I still decided like maybe next time I'm with her we can go to a flea market and pick out an analog camera. I've never had an analog camera before, so I'm not sure like how to make it work. Obviously you have to get like the photos developed and stuff, which you know is a little bit like of a hassle, but anyways, we have quite a bit of a drive there.
Yüreğimi aldı geçti. Sahil boyu gəzirəm o gözəli, gözəli sahil boyu gəzirəm o gözəli, gözəli harda sən yaxıtmıram qərar. Mən gəzirəm hər yanı, mən gəzirəm hər yanı, tapım sənin aslı ceyranı. Mən gəzirəm hər yanı, mən gəzirəm hər yanı, tapım sənin aslı ceyranı.
It is literally so beautiful here. So we came to this spot, which honestly is absolutely amazing. My grandpa did tell us that we've come here before, but honestly I feel like I cannot remember much, but I will say I have found the most beautiful spot for a yap session. Can you look at this place? Those two chairs just sitting right in front of a lake, and there's this like fire place, which I can imagine how beautiful this place can get during the evening when you light fire, and there's just like beautiful riverside, and it's just literally a dream. I think these are houses that are for rent, or either this is a hotel. I'm not sure if either a hotel or just like a Airbnbs, and oh my god, they look incredible. How beautiful is this place? My god.
Ona bu sahilde bir kayoldu, kaşlar kara, göz badamı, geliyeler her adamı. Sahil boyu gəzirəm o gözəli, gözəli sahil boyu gəzirəm o gözəli, gözəli harda sən yaxıtmıram qərar. Mən gəzirəm hər yanı, mən gəzirəm hər yanı, tapım sənin aslı ceyranı. Ben gezirəm hər yanı, ben gezirəm hər yanı, tapım sənin aslı ceyranı.
You guys, we had our dinner. I put my hair up because it's so incredibly hot. Thank God I brought my clip, because genuinely it was like we were standing under the heat to take photos, which was obviously a very special thing to do, but it was really hot. As you can hear, the crickets are really loud, which obviously adds on to the atmosphere, but they're very loud. Honestly, the scenery here is gorgeous. Also, I actually saw one of my classmates, my friend who I studied with since first grade, her mom here, which is just like, it's so interesting how like the world is so small and you'll run into like anybody you know, like very far from, I mean we're not far from home, but you get my point. But the view is like genuinely incredible now that the sun is slowly setting. It's very beautiful, and there's quite some wind, obviously the sound of crickets. We're gonna be drinking tea now, which I'm super excited for. We're headed home now. Actually, my sister and my aunt, they left to Baku, but we are spending the night here. So we're gonna go home. We're gonna, I think, also go to the grocery store and buy some snacks or something, and then we're gonna have a good night. We're gonna drink lots of tea, obviously have late night conversations. So let's go.
Açtı gün uyandı, her taraf halk uyandı. Derdimden neçə oğlan yanar, o da qalandı. Mən güləm gülüm, yarım heç zaman.
The light here has turned off, and honestly this electricity constantly turning off is such a like countryside thing.
Mənim kimi gözəli belə sevməmək olmaz. Mən güləm gülsün, yarım heç zaman solmaz. Mənim kimi gözəli belə sevməmək olmaz.
I don't know what it is about it, but electricity going off is like peak like childhood nostalgia. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like this yellow light. There's so much nostalgia in yellow lights. I cannot like express it. Lights turned off again. No electricity, so. But we did have like tea and some cookies, some like board games. So at least we drank our tea, which is honestly what matters the most. Actually, what matters the most is the AC, but clearly not anymore.
Mənim kimi gözəli belə sevməmək olmaz, yarım sevməmək olmaz. Dağlarda qar sevərlər, ağaçda bar sevərlər, özünə çox güvənmə, üstünə yar sevərlər. Mən güləm gülüzüm, yarım heç zaman olmaz.
Good morning, everybody. We just had our breakfast and we're on our second cup of tea. It's currently like around 10 a.m. We did very much, well, I did very much sleep in, which was very nice because we did go to bed very late. It was like 2 a.m. It was 1:30 a.m., which arguably is late. So